Hi, it's Katie with Rain or Shine Gardening, and I am so excited to say that I am ready for part 2 of my garden bed expansion redo in my front yard. And it's a big project. I've had to wait a little while because lives are busy and things are happening, and I haven't had a free moment, but it is the weekend. It might be late on a Sunday, but it's a great time to start a new garden project. So that's what I'm doing. My first part of the garden bed expansion project was painting my new lines. And even though that was a couple weeks ago now, I can still see my yellow lines in the grass. So that's good news. I was worried we did have to cut the grass since, but you can still see the yellow lines. So we're going to use those yellow lines as our guide today. My tool that I am going to be using for my garden bed project, my expansion project, is my half moon edger. And this is a really great tool to have if you are creating new garden beds because a normal shovel will either be straight across and flat or it'll be kind of a scooped shape. But what this does is this half moon edger, it really cuts down into the dirt quite a ways when you're trying to get that straight line or get that real smooth line. My next step of my project today is going to be getting some of the edges cut. So you'll see in my project, what I'm going to do is go around my entire yellow line that I spray painted out and use this edger. I think we're ready to dig in the dirt before my clay dirt turns into chisel level soil. We got to use it while it's still a little bit malleable. So let's go. Let's get started. Okay, I enlisted some help from my gardening assistant. My husband, Justin, is currently doing some of this because our ground is already really hard with the clay that's dried out because we've had some really dry weather. So it's a little bit harder. We should have done this maybe a few weeks ago, but it is what it is, and he is helping dig that border right now, which is great. I did want to mention my plan, and the reason that I'm digging this trench for my border is because I'm going to use the no dig method or the no till method when I'm making these beds. So I am going to dig this trench to put my bricks in as my border, and then I'm going to be putting down cardboard and filling compost or some soil on top of the cardboard to create my extended beds. So that's why we're not digging out all of the sod, because we're actually using that method to fill in our new garden beds where we're extending them. So, okay, back to the half moon edging, and then I'll show you a little bit more of getting some of the trench dug around the beds. think that is all we're going to get done for tonight. What we did do, and I say the we, like underline we, because I had a lot of help from Justin, but what we did do was we got the edging completed and then some of the trench dug out. Well, most of the trench dug out. But what I'm going to need to do is go back through and clean up some of the edges and make sure that they're the angles that I want for the curves. There's a couple that need to be edited a little bit. And what we did was we ran the hose in all of the trenches to try to soften some of the dirt for the digging that we're going to continue at a later day. So I think we got done everything we're going to for today. The sun is setting and we're going to have to pick this up at another day. But I'll show you a few clips here of what we did get done today. Right, we are done with day 2 on part 2 of this project now. And I have to take my kids to volleyball. And I had to change my shirt because I just got spaghetti sauce all over myself. So I wanted to show you the update of the progress of how far we got. And it's looking really good. So let me show you. All right, this is that front swoop. This part was already done, but all of this is new addition to the brick. So you can see before we had a skinny little garden bed that went all the way down here in the front, and now it's expanded. So we are going to be doing the no dig, no till method by putting cardboard over the grass in that whole area. You see I got all these bricks in, so this will be our new border. These are my neglected garden beds that I need to weed and spend more time on. You see how much more garden bed I'm going to have because all of this grass, there's my shadow, hello. All of this grass is going to have cardboard and then compost on top. So this is going to be all garden. I'm so excited. And then all of this is done up here too. So you can see the trench that we dug on this side, and all of this still needs to be dug out so that we can put the bricks in. So we're moving the bricks from where they are now out to this new line. So you can see, there I am again. You can see the pathway. It's going to come through here, and you'll walk up this way, and then you can go this way around our snowball tree, which I did some limbing up on so it looks a little better. It used to have brick that went around the smaller area here. So we expanded that bed quite a bit and brought it out. And that was to make these walk pathways for the grass a little bit more uniform in size to make it a little bit more visually appealing. So that's where I landed at the end of today, was over in this area. So I need to continue all the way around the outside. And then where these bricks are over here, this is all coming out. And I'm going to put the bricks at the angle in this area too. And that's going to continue around here and connect to the front. So that's what I got done today. This bed now in the middle is ready for cardboard. So that is going to be part 3, is when we start putting down, well, we got to finish the brick border. And then part 3 is going to be putting the cardboard down. And then we are going to be ordering a lot of compost, some good soil to put in on top of the cardboard. So that's going to be really exciting. I think we're going to have quite a bit delivered. I still am not 100% certain how much, but I know we're going to need a lot. So I think we're going to probably fill our driveway up with compost, and that will be a big project to do to get that put in all of these new beds. So you can see the brick is in. The clay soil came in handy because I packed it behind the bricks and it really helped stabilize them. But I do need to fill in a little bit more behind them. Some of them aren't completely straight, but once I fill in front and behind a little bit, it will pack them in and make them more secure. So I'm really excited for the project. It looks really good getting the bricks in. The pathways you can really see a lot better now. Let me back up a little bit. Once we get this right side done too, it's going to look so great. I did put an arbor together. It is laying down over there right now, so you might see that in the next video too. So I think for today we're going to call part 2 complete, which is the brick border, because I just have a little bit more to do. I just can't finish it tonight though because I have to get going. But that won't take me too much longer to get done. And then it's cardboard. So we do have a source for cardboard. We're going to use the boxes we already have that we've just saved from getting deliveries first. And then we have a source to get some free boxes. So we won't have to go searching for that. I'm excited. I think I'm going to dig up some of the plants. I have some ladies mantle there, and I want to dig that up and maybe move it over to that bed. So I'm going to do some rearranging, and I might dig out quite a few things in this area and kind of reposition them. And then I need to figure out what I'm going to do for my new pathway. So before I had these little tiny wooden slats, if you can see them. Let me get my shadow out of the way. And these little wooden slats, and the grass and the weeds and everything kind of grew between them. So I don't think I'm going to do that this time. But I do want to have some kind of like secret pathway because I wanted to, my goal was to always make this tree tunnel area where you could kind of walk through and have that bird bath and have some different ground covers and things growing. So if you have any ideas of what I should put in here for a pathway, let me know what you think I should use. All right. And I think that is it for tonight. Rain or shine, get your garden bed borders in. That's it for today. See you next time.